to speak, because this is the room dedicated to Salesian youth ministry. Okay, this is your playground, boys. Alright? How do you summarize in 4 walls Salesian youth ministry? And so the choice was with these documents, which we'll get to, and this focus of 3 paintings, 3 charismatic, programmatic dreams of Don Bosco. The dream of 9 years, you know it as well as I do. The dream of 1844. In Italian they say the dream of the 3 stops. In English they say the field of dreams. When Don Bosco was leaving the Convito Ecclesiastico, and the night before he leaves, he doesn't know where he's going to go with his boys. And he has this dream, and the Blessed Mother appears to him and says, essentially, don't worry, your boys will find a home in the courtyard with the porticos and the churches. And she reveals to him where Francis de Sales Church will be. And she indicates with her foot where the basilica will be. And she shows him the house and all of that. And he doesn't really know there's nothing here yet, remember, okay? And it grows into the oratory. And then here, the dream of 1886, the missionary dream he had in Barcelona. And so he's 2 years before dying. Okay? So the dreams all kind of mutually reinforce each other. The blue and the rainbow shape is an image to convey the connectedness of Don Bosco's life over his lifetime with God through dreams for the good of the young. Okay? So, I'll start at the end to kind of pull it together. A pensive Don Bosco, 2 years before dying, finally understands what he didn't understand when he was 9. Oh, now I get it. Nel tempo capirai tutto. In time you'll understand everything. He's pondering, okay? My boys risked becoming like this, and some of them were. Okay? But with loving kindness, not with force, they became like this. And many of them not only became lambs, they became shepherds. Because of the experience of home and church and love and kindness that they experienced at Valdocco, I understand. Now I can send my boys who have become shepherds, here's Caliero on the first missionary expedition, to fulfill the dream from Valparaiso all the way to Peking. Wherever there is land, the dream said, there will be a Salesian house. And look at your faces, there's proof of this right here. Okay? So, a mission to the young, revealed at 9 years. This is your field of work, not with force, but with kindness. Let them know the beauty of virtue. Make yourself robust and strong. His field of work, young people at risk, and a method, the beginnings of the preventive system. So, the call to goodness, the call to virtue. And then the call to a home, to community, an experience of church at the oratory. Okay? What was lived here, ic domus mea inde gloria mea. This is my home. From here my glory will go out. And we'll see those words in the basilica on the second cupola. What the boys lived in Don Bosco's time, our young people can live today wherever the oratory is incarnated. If you look in the eyes of this young fellow, there's the fresco from the Pinardi Chapel, the risen Christ, source of our joy and optimism. In her eyes is Don Bosco surrounded by the boys of the oratory, that famous photo. What boys lived historically in Valdocco, young people from around the world can live thanks to the missionary dimension and this call to service and responsible service. So the call to virtue, the beauty of goodness, being good. The call to form community within the church, friendship with Jesus and Mary, all that goes with our Salesian spirituality. And then the 5th point of which, responsible service, the vocational call, the call to service. The arm here of Don Bosco is very indicative. It's like he wants to embrace the whole world with this vision that came to life in Valdocco, the fulfillment of God's dream for him and for so many young people. I'm sure you could have done that better than me, but there we are today.